Hey, what's up guys? Mr. Storm here. Hope you're doing good. And today I want to introduce you to something called mind mapping. All right. Mind mapping is a tool and a technique that we're going to be using throughout the course of the year to get to know material, ideas, and concepts much better. Mind mapping is a more effective way to think about information than just simply making a list. A lot of your classes, a lot of the things we do, we kind of make a list of like what something is about. You kind of take notes about it. But in art, there's so much more. Mind mapping is a cool tool, and what you're going to do is you're going to follow along with today's video. I think once you see it, it'll start to make sense and start to click. But everything you see in the video, you're going to follow along and complete in your sketchbook as well. All right, we'll talk more about the benefits of mind mapping, but today, just a quick introduction of what it is and how to do it. All right, thanks. Alrighty guys, so you are gonna open up your sketchbook to a clean page. Most of your sketchbooks are organized and kind of vertically, it's vertical format, but I want you to turn your sketchbook so it's horizontal, so it's wider than it is taller. Right in the center of that page, you are going to place an oval, okay? I recommend an oval, all right? Ovals kind of are egg-shaped, easy to create, and that oval there is very important to our mind map. It's the center, it's the heart, it's what's most important, and that's where you're gonna be putting what will become your subject. But for this example here, you're just gonna simply write subject, and that's what your mind map is all about, your subject. Okay, once you have that subject, the next step, and for this example, simply write subject. Okay, we're making a mind map about mind maps. Once you have that subject, you're going to add branches, about 4 branches, and out of those branches, you're going to add more ovals. And these ovals are subtopics or subjects about the main subject. So things that kind of relate to it. And I'm going to kind of use an example here in a second of something that we all love and can relate to, which happens to be, I believe, food, okay? Food. Wow, there's a bell. All right, we all like food. You'll notice I got food as my main subject in the middle, and then I've got these subtopics of snacks and breakfast and dessert and even cooking and preparing food. Now, the cool thing about a mind map is that it keeps growing. So off of those subtopics can be more branches and more subtopics as well, or subtopics, if you want to call them that. But think about breakfast, for example. What would be some aspects or things about breakfast? Well, there you go. Donuts. I love a good donut, eggs, cereal, all sorts of other things. Now, there's more. But if you think about donuts alone, there's even more kind of topics related to donuts. Different types of donuts, different places you get donuts. Now also, a big thing about mind maps is not just using text and words, but pictures. Every subject, every subtopic should include an image and a symbol that supports it in some way. Okay. What I want to do is look at a few different examples of mind maps. These examples are really high developed, really intricate and complex. This mind map is basically all about, there's another bell for you. I believe it's all basically about mind mapping itself. The process of mind mapping, like drawing it out, thinking through it, the rules of mind mapping, uses and benefits of mind mapping, like improved memory and concentration, which is pretty cool. So you'll notice there's lots of color, there's lots of symbols. Here we have a Why I Like Abstract Art mind map. It's pretty wild in the fact that it's kind of all over, I guess sort of like abstract art. Check out this one. Notice how they kind of start in the center with this art and design, and then it kind of explodes in all these different directions. The branches are a little more stylistic, but they're definitely still there as well. Here's another example of kind of a classic mind map with evident branches. This one is all about managing self, and different things about the self, whether it's your beliefs, your dreams, your actions, things you do, things you fear, all that good stuff as well, okay? One last quick example, which one is pretty cool. Notice the color. Notice the imagery. What really makes these mind maps come alive is not just the text and the words, but the color, the symbols, and the pictures. Also, guys, this is a pretty sweet sort of way to think of a mind map as a tree. The branches growing and leading to different ideas as well, okay? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have you guys do, all right? You're gonna go into your Art Start page for August, and you're gonna create a miniature kind of example of a mind map. The subject I want you guys to work with is something that we can all relate to or we know about, which is animals. Nice and simple, easy subject to start with. And then what I want you guys to do is I want you to include 4 branches or more of things about animals. And then include subtopics based off of those branches as well. For example, one of your kind of subtopics could be mammals or reptiles or fish, and then you'll kind of keep adding and going from there, okay? Include pictures as well as words and text.